Do you have a smartphone and do you use a quad lock, and has that smartphone stopped focusing properly? If it has, I might have the answer for you in this video. So a few months ago, I noticed that my iPhone XS wasn't focusing properly. It wouldn't focus in portrait mode and it wasn't focusing when I needed to zoom in on particular subjects. I did a bit of Googling. I thought maybe it was something to do with a scratch on the lens, or maybe some of the software updates had kind of messed with it. But my really clever wife found a forum where they were talking about the fact that if you've got an image stabilizer in your phone and you're using a quad lock for a large amount of time, it could have something to do with that. So I took my phone into Apple and they told me that the image stabilizer had basically come loose and was faulty. The good news is they were able to fix it. It took about an hour. Fortunately for me, it was covered under warranty, but I can't really speak for all other parts of the world. Hopefully Apple are being kind everywhere, but for me, I was able to get that fixed. I also found out that Quadlock were doing a little bit of testing and research in this area as well, and they've started to develop a thing called a vibration dampener. So before we go any further, I just want to say that the product I've been supplied in this video has been gifted from Quadlock, which is so generous of them. But I have been using a Quadlock for about a year and a half now, and that's obviously part of the reason why I've got the problem in the first place. They're a great Aussie startup. Please go out and support them, and you can kind of feel far more confident now buying a Quadlock with the vibration dampener if you've got a more sophisticated smartphone. So I just wanted to cover off what they sent me so that we can talk a little bit about that in the video as well. But specifically, we're really going to cover the vibration dampener today as well. So they sent me the new handlebar system. It's a little bit different from my old one. They've refined the design a little bit. So there's only one single little hex screw now. There used to be two, and this kind of wraps around your handlebar a little bit neater. It's a little bit of a lower profile on the bars, so it doesn't sort of mess with some of your controls as much as the other one did, which is awesome. They sent me a brand new case. The case is mainly the same. It's a little bit softer on the bottom. You might have found with the older cases it was a little bit firm to put on the iPhone, but this one's a little bit softer but still as secure. I can definitely see that, which is awesome. They sent me a poncho, which was really great. I ride to and from work quite a lot, and rain is a bit of an issue, but I've never had a poncho, so I'm pretty stoked about that. And today, the main thing we're going to talk about is the vibration dampener, which is kind of the important part. So Quadlock have done some pretty extensive testing with some professionals sort of in this industry. Believe it or not, there's people that specifically look at vibrations in the transport industry. So they were able to work with them, and they've done a lot of testing. If you jump on their website, you'll see the pages with kind of all the experimental designs they've been doing, and some of the test conditions that they've run these phones through as well on this new system. But it's basically a little piece of plastic that sits between the phone now and the actual mount, and that is essentially going to absorb the vibrations and stop that extreme transfer from the Quadlock mount up to the iPhone. So the image stabilizer helps with obviously stabilizing the image when you're taking a photo, and it's kind of responding to vibrations or movement. So you can imagine when a phone is sitting on your handlebars for an extended period of time, it's going to cop a lot of vibration, and the image stabilizer is just basically going to be cooked after a few hours of sitting on your handlebars. So I'm going to test this over the next couple of weeks. I commute to and from work quite regularly now. We're out of sort of COVID restrictions, so I am traveling to work. I'm going to test it on the handlebars there, knowing that if the image stabilizer fails again, I can just get it fixed. But I'm pretty confident that Quadlock have done their research, they've done their testing, and they've released a really good product to help combat some of these problems that smartphone users are having. So let's go take a look at the setup on the bike as well, just so you can kind of see how it changes the profile of the mounting system, and a couple of things to take into consideration when you're mounting it as well. So this is the Quadlock mount with the vibration dampener installed on my scrambler. So you can see this is a slightly more streamlined version of the mount, which is awesome. You can mount the phone attachment part to this arm here. You don't need this sort of extender arm, but for me it just keeps it away from my mirrors and just kind of mounts the phone in a nice position here. But this is the important part. This is the vibration dampener that Quadlock have created. So you can see they've got these three sort of little rubber nubbins, I guess, and this is the thing that's going to absorb a lot of that movement and a lot of the vibration that's been happening through the phone. You can see this top part of the vibration dampener moves independently of the bottom part as well. So these little rubber stoppers, I think, are going to do a lot for that vibration and kind of stop it at this point, and it's going to stop the transfer right up into the phone. Basically, you can see there's three of these, so there's one here, and then one right at the back or the front when I'm sitting on the bike, and I think that's going to help a whole lot. I'm going to be riding with this over the next couple of weeks, and I'll let you know how it goes. I'm pretty confident Quadlock have nailed it though. If you've got any questions or comments, or if there's something I haven't covered, please drop your comments below, and I'll do another update in a few weeks to let you know how it's all going. As always, stay friendly, ride daily, and I'll see you next time.